Number 1, the diagram below represents the side view of a bike ramp. Which of the following is closest to the value of x? So we have to label our sides, C, A, and B, and plug the measurements that are given to us into the Pythagorean theorem. 6 squared plus 26 squared equals C squared. Now we know that 6 squared is 36. 26 squared is, let's see, 26 times 26. Is 676. Add them, you get 712, and then take the square root of 712. So second x2 gives us an answer of 26 point. We're going to round to the nearest tenth, so 26.7. And we don't see that answer as one of our answer choices, so we need to round up to 27. Number 2. Spider-Man leaned his 10-foot ladder against a wall. The bottom of the ladder is 4 feet from the base of the wall as shown below. Which of the following is closest to the distance from the top of the ladder to the base of the wall? So let's label our sides. And we're trying to solve for B. So we're going to plug those measurements in a Pythagorean theorem. So A is 4. We don't know B. We do know C is 10. So anytime we're missing a leg, we're missing leg B, we need to subtract our measurements after we square them and then take the square root. So when you subtract 16 from both sides, you get 84. And now we need to take the square root of 84, which is second square root 84, which is 9.2. Again, we don't see that answer. But we do see 9 as the closest answer, so B. Number 3. Jimbo leaves his house and heads north to the grocery store. So here's his house. He heads north to the grocery store 4 miles away, so this represents a distance of 4. So that points to the store. From the store he heads west. So west is going to be this direction. He heads west 3 miles to hang out at the bowling alley with his best friend. If Jimbo were to head directly from the bowling alley back to his house, which is this distance right here, what's the shortest possible distance? So we need to draw in the right angle. You can recognize this as a 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet right triangle. So the hypotenuse, which is the missing distance, has to be a distance of 5. Answer choice D. Number 4. RSTU is a rectangle, so RSTU is a rectangle, and the 2 labeled regions are squares. 2 shaded regions are squares. So this is a square, and this is a square. We know squares have congruent sides, equal sides. If the length of SR is 4, so here's SR, that's 4. We know this side has to be 4 as well. And the length of ST is 8, so ST is 8. So we know this side has to be 8. Since this is a shaded square, since this side of the square is 8, then we know that this side has to also be 8. Since this shaded square is also a square, we know this side has to be 4. What is the length of PQ? So we're trying to find this length here. Well, that represents the hypotenuse because it's opposite the right angle. So we have our measurements 4 squared plus 8 squared. So we take the square root of 80, and it's already in that form as one of our answer choices. So the correct answer is A. Number 5. Which is the closest to the length of line AB? So we see AB, we need to draw a right triangle. count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5. The triangle has leg lengths of 5. So to find the length of AB, we need to solve for the missing hypotenuse. So we're going to use 5 squared plus 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. Take the square root of 50. And square root of 50 is 7.1. So 7 is going to be the closest answer. Number 6. In order for a triangle to be a right triangle, it needs to satisfy a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If a triangle has the side lengths below, which triangle is not, circle not a right triangle? Draw pictures for each. So the first right triangle would look like this. We know the hypotenuse has to be the longest side. We're going to plug those numbers into Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared plus 12 squared equals 169. Take the square root of that to see if we get 13 as the hypotenuse. And we do. So we know that A is a right triangle. We're looking for which one is not a right triangle. Let's try answer choice C. Draw the right triangle. Plug those measurements into Pythagorean theorem. We see that 16 plus 25 is not equal to 36, so answer choice C is not a right triangle.